How's it going, everybody? The Tuesday night video. Tonight, we're going to talk about celebrities who have passed away that were a shock. Not necessarily in 2020, just Ben and I have been talking about a lot of celebrities. Hi, by the way, Ben. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Sorry, I only ever pay attention to myself. So we've been talking sort of behind the scenes about, the celebrity deaths of 2000, and on yesterday's show, we dedicated the whole program to that. But we thought about celebrity deaths that have shocked us over the years, and ones that came as a surprise. So what are some that over the years, Ben, have affected you in ways that you didn't think would?
Well, I guess the biggest was probably, like earlier was it? I keep losing track of the time because of this COVID thing.
Yeah.
I think it was like the early last year when Stephen Dorff passed away.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I remember him from The Gate and Explorers.
Yeah.
And Explorers, and upwards into things like Somewhere and Blade. He's the villain in Blade and stuff. Like, I was totally shocked because he was still really young. Like,
Was he in Cecil B.
SFW and
Demented?
stuff like that.
Was he in Cecil B.
Sorry?
Demented? Was he in Cecil B. Demented?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Funny enough, the only John Waters movie that I haven't seen, because I had a tape. I took the when I was working at the video store, they used to send out sample covers in the dealer kits.
Yeah.
And I took that home, and for years I had the video, and I just used it to keep all my VHS, the ones the blank VHS tapes. They came with sticker labels, so you could write down what you taped on them. And I used that case with the Cecil B. Demented cover to store all of those stickers.
Yep.
And so every time I would see it for sale on video anywhere, I'd be like, oh no, I've got it. And then when I'd go and watch it, I'd take it out, and then I'd open it up and, oh, that's right, I use this to keep my stickers in. I actually don't have the tapes. I've never seen the film.
I'm trying to think of some that shocked me. What was his name? I've forgotten his name. The guy that was in Sideways with Paul Giamatti.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember, like, there was never really any fanfare, but I remember thinking, man, like, he's in Spider-Man 3, like, he's the Sam, like, this guy.
It's like nobody remembered Ned and Stacy. Like, what is wrong with you people?
Yep.
Yeah, that was a great show. And he was really good in Easy A, and he's in Free Money with Charlie Sheen and Marlon Brando, which was really good. Like, he was a really good kind of comedic actor. It's just like, yeah, it's always disappointed when people that you love pass away and no one else gives a shit.
I know. I felt that way when Jon Voight died.
Yeah, I never gave a shit about Jon Voight. Like, he's great in Midnight Cowboy, but he's shit and about everything else.
Yeah,
like, you remember him in Anaconda? Fucking hell. Fucking hell, Jon Voight.
I love Anaconda. What are you talking about?
I'm glad you did.
Runaway Train?
Runaway Train, yeah. Well, yeah. But he took the easy way out in Runaway Train. Poor what's his name? Eric Roberts had to grease himself up in that film.
He did too. Well,
lube up his whole body and disappear
return,
up Jon Voight.
Jon Voight did lube himself up in Anaconda, though.
Yeah.
And got regurgitated.
You mean, like, I thought he was good as Nicolas Cage's dad in
National Treasure.
National Treasure.
Wish they'd do a third one.
Yeah, but this time, like,
he won't be in it.
It should be like the Mummy Returns kind of thing, but it's Nicolas Cage and what's her name? Can't think of her name. The German woman's kid. It should be the kid stealing, like, election, like Donald
Diane
Trump
Kruger.
Election. Diane Kruger. That's right. Yeah. Like, the son is stealing, is hacking into the Dominion voting software to steal the Paul Revere's bell or something else, or some other piece of American history. I can't remember whether they got the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence. That's about it, right? That's all. The Constitution.
I remember how I remember how I don't know if I suppose I was a bit shocked when Colin Friels died. Was that like in 2006 or something like that? That was a shock. He hadn't been
It
on the
was a
scene
bit
for
of
a
a
while,
shock.
but I loved him.
Well, I
Like,
think the last thing I really kind of remember seeing him in was Stark.
oh yeah,
It was the last big thing that TV that and I can't remember I remember too because it was the kind of when he talks about Jacqueline McKenzie, he's like, red, tall, red head, legs up to her armpits, and I remember thinking I've never heard that turn of phrase before,
well,
and it made me kind of made Jacqueline McKenzie that much more attractive.
before he passed away, like he was so close to like at one point breaking through to Hollywood.
Yeah, well, he was in a movie with Sean Connery.
Which one was that?
I can't remember what it's called. It's like something like Our Man in Africa or something like that.
Actually, yeah.
Where he's like a diplomat.
Yep. I'm trying to remember what that was, but you're right, because at that point in his career, I reckon for 5 years, he was popping up in all these Hollywood films, obviously Darkman and a few others, but something happened and it just sort of went south, literally back to Australia.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, very, very similar to Cameron Daddo's career. But Cameron Daddo's career died, not Cameron Daddo. Whereas Colin Friels the other way around.
Cameron Daddo he vanished into the ether and then suddenly re-emerged in the third Anne of Green Gables and then disappeared again.
Yeah, but he'd be back in Anne with an E.
Oh, don't start me on that. Don't start me on that show. I am like fanatical about Anne of Green Gables. I own all the books. Love the Megan Fellows films. Love the story, but that show, don't want to get me started.
Doesn't I quite like the show. It makes you want to cry at the end of every episode, though. Like you tears.
I think like Montgomery, Maud Montgomery, who wrote it, would be turning in her grave if she saw what they did to her characters.
Right. I haven't read any of the books or seen any of the other movies.
It's just become
the only Megan Fellows thing I've ever seen is Silver Bullet.
It's essentially become a liberal mouthpiece when those characters wouldn't behave or do the things that they do in the TV show. Anyway, I digress.
And rewind.
Come on, hit me with some more that took you by surprise.
I'm trying to think. Bette Midler was a big one.
Yeah, don't miss her.
I mean, but she was in like surprisingly like really good films.
Mm.
Like The Rose, and I mean,
Look, I loved her until she opened her mouth after she turned 50. It kind of just all became noise.
She's great in Get Shorty. She's great in Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
She's married to one of the Kipper kids, the one that's still alive.
Oh, well, bad luck for him, I guess.
I know.
My condolences.
Hmm.
But, what was that one For the Boys with James Caan? I could never buy James Caan as a song and dance man. He's done it in a couple of films, like that one with Elliot Gould, and you're like, if there's anyone less suited to, hey boys, let's go put on a show, is James Caan. He's just not that kind of guy.
I can tie Bette Midler to Anne of Green Gables, though, because she was in Beaches with Barbara Hershey, and Barbara Hershey played Anne in the fourth film.
Right. Was that before or after Boxcar Bertha and The Entity?
Mate, Boxcar Bertha. What a film. What a shocking film.
Yeah. Bit of a mess.
I kind of like it, though.
I don't know. I've never seen it. What am I talking about?
Well, anyway, Tuesday night video. I think that's a wrap. And we'll catch you on the Thursday night video. Psych.